GYG.
You've just turned on Gaming to Your Goals, where we talk about the cheat codes of life. From the beach to the rainforest to my friend's couch, I'm this guy EY, and welcome to the show. My Sri Lankan mother-in-law flew in from Australia, and we hosted her in our 2-bedroom apartment for 2 weeks, immediately followed by an airplane trip to Vegas with a 2-year-old and a 5-month-old baby to visit more of my wife's family. It was actually awesome. It was also just as difficult as it sounds. My elderly double Corvette owning and waiting to close on their super expensive house downstairs neighbors, who apparently moved to a new and affordable first floor apartment complex with 3 dog lots, a pool, and lots of families for the hope of quietness, apparently. They knocked on the ceiling for the noise the first night my mother-in-law got in, and I knew immediately that this 3-week cutscene of my life was going to be filled with adventures. My tire pressure was low, over and over and over, no matter how many times I got it filled up, because it turns out it had a puncture. At Sri Lankan New Year's, my kid was the only kid that cried because he didn't want to eat a cupcake by using only his face. We took my wife's mother to an African American museum where I later educated her on America's first terrorist group, the Ku Klux Klan, which I attempted to speak on using my most non-biased educational perspective of that group of very special individuals. We went to the downtown farmers market in Dallas and were looked at with angry faces as my wife and I hogged a parking spot so we could stay safe in the air condition as we waited for Granny to finish her shopping. We also dropped Granny off at the mall for 5 hours later that week. We took my mother-in-law to Mamma Mia, the play, with what I'm sure was a record number of attendees, judging by the traffic that we sat in afterwards. My little family of 4 and I decided to go into an Indian restaurant during the play. I'd have to say that was an absolute failure. The food wasn't very good, and we walked out with spilled food and crying little people. On the day of Vegas, I dropped Granny off at DFW Airport, which was a 2-hour round trip from the house. Then I went home, finished packing. Then the fam of 4 Uber XL'd back to the airport. On the little train to get around inside the airport, I looked at the wrong gate, so we just made our flight by about 6 minutes. We made a very excited family move out of our prepaid seats because we were late and they did not think we were going to show up. It happens. We got to the rental car company, and of course they were out of toddler seats, so I put my 2-year-old in a baby seat, and whenever I took him out of the car, his shoes would pop off, which was kind of tough, but it is what it is, and we kept it pushing. I paid for that car with the debit card, so they took out a $500 deposit, which I haven't gotten back in my bank account yet, and it hurts. Oh, also, when I pulled up at the rental company, a very kind family walked up to our car and let us know that we were at the wrong car. So there's that. We got to my wife's uncle's, and I was happily surprised for my 29th birthday party. Her uncle actually booked us a 4-day stay in a resort with giant castles on the Vegas Strip, which was pretty freaking cool, man. Thanks, Unc. Although I wish the timing in our lives was a little different, it was definitely a one-of-a-kind experience, and I'm glad I got to have it. Walking through a packed casino with the baby strapped on my chest, rolling a suitcase, diaper bag, backpack, while wifey got the stroller, pushing the toddler with another diaper bag hanging on her on a Saturday night in Vegas is definitely not for the weak families. My wife got to spend time with her cousins. I got to make some business plans with Uncle. I experienced 420 in Nevada, which was cool. I got dope vids of a castle from the 27th floor. And I'm pretty sure I have the most points of all the children-in-laws. Granted, I'm the only children-in-law, but even when they start to get points, I'm pretty sure I'll still probably have the most points. Granny had a great time, and I'm glad we made it all work out. Having 2 kids that poop on themselves and can't yet speak proper English while being on the go for 3 weeks straight, that was hard, but it was definitely worth it. Check out Gaming to Your Goals on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.